to a new vlog. It's Saturday today and I've just had a really slow morning. Just doing some stuff around the house, cleaning. We are having friends over tonight for a game night, so I'm excited about that. I wanted to go to Trader Joe's and make a pretty floral arrangement. I've been wanting to do this anyways, and with people coming over, it always is a good excuse. I just washed and Dyson air wrapped my hair and I got this really pretty new top from Zara. I ordered it online. I love that it's this beautiful butter yellow color that I've been loving, and then I have some really cute shoes from there that I ordered as well that I'll show you in a minute. So let's go to Trader Joe's together and see what we find. Here is my full outfit of the day. So this new Zara top. These denim are from Aritzia. I don't think they make this color anymore, but they are the Farrah high rise from Denim Form. And then I just got these super cute heels from Zara. I have that brown pair from them that I wear all the time, and now these are my new obsession. I find little heels like these so comfortable. Like, I wore these to the mall yesterday and walked around a bunch and was totally fine. I've worn them a couple times already. I'm just loving the color so much. I really want to find a purse this type of color. I think would be so cute. That's my outfit. So now I'm gonna head to Trader Joe's. Got some really good stuff. So I had to replenish my orchids because they died. I'm an orchid killer. I just feel like anything I put in this windowsill doesn't survive, but we just keep trying. Here's the big one. Here's one of the little baby ones. It says to water them once a week with 1/3 cup of water, which seems so much because what I know about orchids is that they don't like a lot of water. So if you know anything about orchids and you are good at keeping them alive, send me your tips, please. I would really appreciate it. And then a little baby white one. Here's how it's gonna look in the windowsill. For my floral arrangement, I got some beautiful garden roses, some soft pink peonies, calla lilies. I would have got more, but this was the only one that they had in a color I like. These are mums. I get hydrangeas just because I feel like they're such a good filler and one of my favorite flowers. Okay, so I have water in my vase with the flower food, and I put a little bit of bleach in here because it's supposed to help with the flowers not rotting as quickly. I'm gonna start off with my biggest flower. It's to smallest. Definitely pretty colorful for me. I think it's really fun and feels very summery June vibes. show you guys these new lip stains I got from NYX. I've been wanting to try them ever since I first heard about them, but I'm just not around Ulta a lot and they didn't have it at my CVS. So I finally went to Ulta the other day. I kind of regret the colors I got because I feel like they're too cool toned, leaning purple, but I do love the concept of a stain. Those like statue ones that are popular on TikTok shop are not acne safe. I was so excited that there's a new lip stain. The Summer Fridays lip stain is also not acne safe, so this one finally is one that is, because I don't like the feeling of lip liner or anything on my lips except for lip balm, honestly. So this just feels like there's nothing on your lips but giving you that definition, which is so nice. Here, I'll do one side only. I mean, this color is not bad by any means, but I feel like the other ones might have been a little bit more warm toned, but I just love lip stains. So like usual, I always overline the top and bottom of my lips by just emphasizing the Cupid's bow and then overline underneath. I'm just gonna make sure it dries down before I put lip balm on. We're getting ready to go to the beach to take some pictures for Rykers' new album. He has a new album coming out. So we're thinking that we're probably taking some pictures to send to his friend who is an artist to actually kind of make a drawing out of it, but we wanted to get the right vibe with a photo to be able to have it recreated by the artist. Let's see what I'm just gonna wear something chill. You got all your stuff ready?
Yo, yeah. I got the props, I got the shirts. I'm ready to go.
Nice. I don't need to dress fancy or anything. I'm trying to decide how cold it is since it's like we're going to the beach and it's not sunny. Oh well. Actually, the sun seems like maybe it's coming out. So I don't know. You never know if it's gonna be cold by the beach, if it's like windy or something. So I'm just gonna wear my Aritzia Farrah high-rise denim that I love and this tank top with a sweater. Okay, I'm gonna put on this Aritzia cashmere cardigan over the top in case it's chilly. Oh, first let me put on deodorant. I'm still obsessed with this one from Cleo and Coco. So good. Non-toxic, no artificial fragrance. I don't know what happened, but my hydrangeas from my arrangement just keeled over. So I'm trying this trick to see if it works. So I'll report back. You dunk them in cold water and then you fill it up with hot water, 175 degrees. So we will see what happens. It's the tutorial I followed. It took a couple hours for them to pop back up. So we shall see. So now my arrangement's looking a little sad. I had to completely redo it, but I think it's still really pretty. Just doesn't have the fullness, but that is the reality of flowers sometimes. I am finally planning on finishing my last two of these pillows for my dining chairs. If you haven't seen my last vlogs sharing my sewing projects, I've been working on some fun sewing projects, relearning how to sew, and I have 2 out of 4 of these so far. So I'm going to show you guys these steps just quickly, trying to make it not too much of the vlog, but just showing you in case you're interested in the process of how I make these. These are all the supplies that I use for this project. So a ruler, the fabric chalk, a seam ripper. I like also having this type of measuring tape, the zippers for the pillows, pins, and a pin holder, clips, some really good quality fabric scissors, and then a pencil sharpener for these because they go dull super fast. And I think that's everything besides, of course, the sewing machine. I already have it all threaded up. The bobbin and thread are ready to go. I was already working on these last time I used my sewing machine. So here are the 2 complete pillows. And now we just need to make 2 more for the other chairs. The first step is cutting the fabric. So I'm just going to lay it out. The cut sizes are going to be, I'm going to cut 2 fronts. So I'm going to do all the cutting for 2 pillows right now. So the front size is 21.5 by 9, and then the back is 21.5 by 5. So you have an extra, so 5 plus 5 is 10. So it's an extra inch instead of the 9 on the front, just because you're going to do certain things that are going to lose you another inch. We're going to cut 2 fronts that are 21.5 by 9 and 4 backs that are 21.5 by 5. Have it all mapped out. I have 21.5 by 5, so 4 of those. And then these are the 2 front pieces for the 2 pillows, 21.5 by 9. And now I just need to cut them. Together like this. This is how the zipper is going to be along the back, so I'm going to put them inward this way so that way the pattern stays in alignment. I'm going to sew these pieces together. Sewing requires so much patience. It's funny how I've made so many pillows. Like, I've made so many prototypes. I've made 2 of these official ones, the bed one, and somehow you can have an issue that you weren't having before. I finished both the backs and both are having the same issue, which this is why I normally do 1 at a time, but I was like, okay, I've got everything down. I'm just gonna do 2 and like do each step together, so that way I can just like boom, boom, boom it out, and that is why I don't normally do that. I think that this part, I just didn't make it thick enough, the part when I sewed these pieces together, so that when I opened up the zipper, it ripped open, like the fabric didn't have enough to be sewn, if that makes sense, back this direction. So it just looks really sloppy. Like, it totally works fine, but it looks terrible. This was the really bad one that I actually also ripped the fabric a bit. This one's not as bad, but still just looks so sloppy. I think I'm just gonna try to redo it. I'm just gonna do 1. Practice, make this part. So these pieces were both the 5-inch wide back pieces that I sewed together like this. So I'm going to give much more of a seam allowance and see if that fixes the problem. Crisis averted. I recut 2 new backs. I just did the first one without doing the other one yet to make sure I do it correctly. So the things that I did different that made the difference is I made sure I actually did a full 1/2 inch inseam when I sewed these pieces together, and then I ironed them, which I did in the past and I just got lazy about it, before attaching the zipper. And then and the other thing that was super important that I had done in the past was this. So I measured the zipper and it was 5 inches from the edge to the zipper, so I marked that spot, and then when I was sewing, I made these sections I don't know what you call it. I did like a tight normal stitch, a 2 stitch, I don't know what you call it. And through here, I did a loose stitch of 4. So that way when I opened the seam, it was like really loose and easy to open. And then I double backed right here and here to make it easy to stop, so that I didn't rip past where I needed to, if that makes sense. So I'll share the tutorial I used for the zipper part. That is what I needed to do to make all the difference, and that's why I was sewing. Just doing things properly ends up paying off, because I just spent so much more time and wasted fabric by being lazy. Okay, we are back in business. Let's hope this ends well. I've got my new backs done. So what I do next is you face the front and the backs together, front facing out. So you want the fabric that's going to be on the outside of the pillow facing each other because you are going to sew. You always want to have all your sewing on the inside so that you can flip it inside out at the end. Oh, and one thing I almost just did that would have screwed myself is having the zipper shut. Would be very, very bad. I'm just gonna open it halfway. Okay. Phew, glad I remembered that. So zipper is now halfway open. That's how I'm going to flip it inside out. And then the other thing that I find important as a newer sewer is I do take the time to draw a chalk line for my inseam so that way it stays consistent and even. It just, again, these little steps are what really help me to have things turn out properly. And when I skipped them, it didn't work out for me. So this, I'm just going to sew all the way around, flip it inside out, and this one will be done. And I'll do the same thing on this. I just finished sewing all the way around. So now what you want to do is cut the edges, the corners, just so that when you open it up, it can help the corners just pop out more. You can also use chopsticks to pop open the corners. And voila, we have a pillowcase. Yay, I'm so relieved it came out. Let's see if it looks like the same size as another one I made. Yep. Size turned out just like this one. So I'm just gonna finish the other one and then I will stuff them.